So have you heard the latest conspiracy? The cake is a lie. Is this thing on? Just imagine the scenario right quick. You're having a wedding, everything's going good, you go to the ceremony, and you get to the cake cutting part of the ceremony. Things going beautifully, you're getting ready to cut the cake, and that's when you notice your cake is made of plastic. Yeah, I know, it's really messed up, and the worst part of it is that it actually happened to someone across the pond. A bride had found out 4 hours before her wedding that this cake decorating company she hired had forgotten to bake her cake. But the company had promised her that even though they had forgotten to bake it, they'd still have a cake ready for her by the time the ceremony happened. Okay, maybe there's something wrong with me, but I don't think you're going to have a wedding cake ready in like 4 hours. 5 maybe if you count the wedding. Unless it's like a really small cake, then I guess maybe it's possible. I don't know, but I doubt anyone's going to have a small cake at their wedding. The couple didn't actually notice that their cake was fake until after they tried to cut into it and it wouldn't cut. So the couple went on with their ceremony without a hitch, and they're still happily married, as far as I know. They also eventually sued the cake company for their money back, but that's not the point of this story. The point that I'm trying to bring in this story is that the cake is a lie. Now I know you're sitting here thinking, I was like, wait, that's just one time. But wait, it's not just one time. There have been plenty other times where the cake has been a lie. Like for instance, in Super Mario 64, you know, the 3D Super Mario game that came out on the Nintendo 64, at the very beginning you receive a letter from Princess Peach asking you to come to the castle for some cake. If you don't believe me, take a look. See, look at it. It says it right there. Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Then it says Peach down at the bottom. But when you get to the castle, you find out that there is no cake. There's not even a Princess Toadstool. No. See, the castle's been taken over by Bowser, and that whole message that you got from Princess Peach wasn't from her, but from Bowser to get you to come to the castle so that way he could beat you. Which obviously doesn't work, because, you know, Bowser never wins. Not only that, but in the game Portal, the first-person shooter puzzle game that they had in the orange box, you also are to promise cake if you go through this entire training thing for the portal gun. But as you're going through, you sometimes find little snippets and stuff, you know, hidden outside the map, where stuff will say the cake is alive, but you don't actually understand that until you get to the end where they promise to have you cake, and there's a giant fire pit that's about to incinerate you and kill you because they don't need you anymore. I know I'm starting to sound like one of the conspiracy hobos, you know, the homeless people you see outside hand you flyers about the end of the world and stuff going to happen next week because the CIA is closing down. I mean, think about it. What if the cake really is a lie? Because we only ever get cake whenever there's something good happening. Like, when was the last time you did something bad and actually got a birthday cake out of it, or any type of cake for that matter? Look, all I'm saying is that until we can find out how true this conspiracy is, I suggest that you be careful when it comes to any sort of cake. There might be a bomb in it. Or even worse, a transvestite. The cake is a lie. 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 The cake is a lie.